secret base? I must have a traitor in my army. Let's take care of these scouts, get the gold coins, and then build our cross.
Okay, let me get ready for this, get the microphone in front of me. I am able to see the messages, I hope. Just bear with me a second. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So that, I'm just getting a few things set up, so do just bear with me a second while I do that. Also, just a quick one, I know there's only a couple of people in the room. Let me know if you can hear that fan in the background. I'm a little bit warm, so I've got the fan on number 1, but if it's too much of an interference, I'll happily turn it off. So yeah, if you could, someone could give me a shout out on that one. Right, so we are literally just a minute or two away from jumping into this. So I'm hoping there are no issues in terms of Evany and how they run things. So I'm just going to go over there now, because literally in 3 minutes I should be able to jump into the live stream. So just come off this a second. Just going to do one more thing very quickly, just bear with me. Okay, so I think pretty much, let me just click back onto this. I think we are good to go. Okay, right. So there's 5 people in there. Obviously it's very early days. I am literally going to go and try in 2 minutes to jump into the game. I believe that I'm going into this particular server, which I'm about to show you. So just bear with me a sec as I click the wrong buttons and stuff. So it's top charts. I believe it is the Heart of Galaxy that I'm going into. And I do believe it's the team that's in 27th place, Sky Invaders. But don't quote me on that, because I'm not 100% sure. There's every chance there's another team called Sky, S-K-Y. It's probably quite a common name, and with how many different rounds that are going on today, there's every chance I could have got that wrong, but that is what I believe it is, so that's what I'm going with right this second. Okay, so let's just want to do one more thing actually. Okay, right, okay, so we are literally at 2 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is I am going to switch myself off from this game, and then sign back in. I to see if that works, sending me through. So you will see a black screen just while I do that. Let's now go back into that, and then hopefully, if everything plays right, I should be jumping straight into it. Seems like there's a little bit of a delay on the YouTube channel and what I'm seeing, so I'm a few seconds behind in terms of being able to keep up with what you are seeing versus what I've already streamed. Okay, am I in? Question is, doesn't look like I am, to be honest. Battle of Chalons. Well, that's not a good start, because I expect... Oh, hang on. Sky. No, just bear with me. I am in. I can see it, because I can see people's notifications. So, this is the... There you go. All works beautifully. It's always nice when it comes together. So, this is the server that we are with. I'm just going to go and see where we can see. There you go. So, we've got some big guns in this particular one. We've got a 44, I can see there, Kronos. They look like they've got a couple of 40s and above as well. There's also a 44 there, I can see, which is a Ari. And let's go and have a look at some of the other ones as well while we are here, which I will do now. He said. I'm on the mobile, so the PC, so it's just a little bit different sometimes, getting used to it. So this is one of the other teams. This is KOF. They've got a 40, 41, 40. Don't look like they are going to be challengers from here. Let's go and have a look at the other two corners. So we've got EDC and PXU, and this side is EDC, 40s, 41, 41, 41. No, that's who I was just looking at. I wasn't looking at our one, so got that completely wrong. Okay, so that's EDC. Let's go and have a look in the opposite corner for what I believe will be PXU. They've got a 44 that I can see there. A couple of 40s as well. And I guess it's one of those where who turns up for this particular battle. So there's one more to see, which is ourselves. And let's go over here. So we've got 41s, 43. So I'd say that from what I can see here, Sky have a chance for second, but it looks like from what I can see... Oh, wrong one. Looks like from what I can see that over here... Was it over here? It was over... No, it wasn't them. But they have a 44, so they're quite strong as well, actually, because they've got a 44. And then over in this one, it was EDC, who have two 44. So that's actually going to be quite a tough battle, actually, for the team that I'm looking at, which is Sky. Let's have a look at how many people have actually turned up to this. So we have 12 from EDC, 15 from PXU, 10 from Sky, and 11 from KOF. And we are literally 1 minute away from the battle starting. Again, if anyone's watching, please do let me know if the fan that I've got on in the background is causing any interference. I will happily turn it off. Just a little bit warm this morning, so I've got it sort of from a distance blowing at me. So we are 30 seconds away from going into this. Doesn't look like anyone else is turning up, although we can always have the last minuters turn up, can't we? So, hang on 1 second. So, yeah, this is where we can see how many people have turned up down here. "10 seconds until the battle starts." Okay. And we should be good. Let's go and jump straight into it. Let's go and see where everyone is going. No, I don't want to quit. Okay, so where are all of these going? Let's go and have a look. So this is where we can see Sky have come over to the March Tower. It looks like this is where also EDC are going to be, so that's a little bit dangerous because you are literally at the hands of probably the biggest one in here, which is the 44s, where they've got 2 of them. So personally, myself, I wouldn't have thought that this would be a good idea, but there you go. Let's go and have a look. So we're taking down this person here, and it looks like on the detail 7.3 billion. So he was 8 billion, he's gone down to 7.3 billion. You can't hear the fan, that's good, thank you. That is alright, I can leave that on in the background. Okay, we've got a rain on boss, so it looks like there are some people that are already in the spot above that as well. Let's have a look what we've got here. So they're all literally trying to reinforce each other now, as you can see. We've got a 43 actually, they've turned up for Sky, so that's also pretty decent. That's probably what they need. Let's go to the detail on here. Yeah, 7.1 billion. Let's have... it's going so quick now, isn't it? Okay, so let's go to this guy here. And it's Duke Purgem, sorry. Duke Purgem. Sometimes it's so difficult with the mouse to click on properly. That person has been zeroed. So there's nothing left for them to do. That was obviously a good attack. If it was Sky that obviously did that. Looks like they're having a look at this guy over here now. And 2.3 billion, you can see why he's a target. And let's go and have a look at this one. Actually, they're going for someone different. They're going for this 38 who moved. So he is not going to be attacked in this particular rally, as he decided to move quite quickly. As we said, PXU have got a 44 as well. There is quite a lag. I've got quite a lag going on mine as well, so you're not the only one, Sky, that's having the issues. Okay, so we will continue and let's have a look at this particular rally. Oh no, too quick. See, sometimes it's the clicking is not as fast as the rally is set, so literally got to be here in seconds. So that was the one that was switched off, wasn't it? Okay, I'm going to literally keep the chat open so that I can obviously continue and see what is happening. Looks like that one was a success, whoever that was. Going after this Tio again, and Tio with his detail is 3 billion, but I would imagine Tio is probably going to jump. I would imagine. Is the rally still set? The rally is still set, but I think they need to be a little bit quicker in terms of setting these off with how quick people are moving. So just waiting to see if that one do not move. Where are we? It was this one, wasn't it? Ah, that one has now gone. Okay, let's go to this one. So boss is already burning, so that is someone from Sky that has already been zeroed, which is, well, I say zeroed, he's still got 1.1 billion in there, but he is burning, and that is obviously not a good thing for Sky. And in fact, you can see we've got a 38, 39 and a 40 all burning, which is not going to be helping Sky out at all. Let's go and have a look at the scores and see who's doing what. So we can see EDC, as expected, 40,000. Sky are in second, 24,000. PXU on 18,000, with most of the points coming from their big guy, Barquette. And then KOF look like they are the ones that are just making up the numbers here, 3,100. But things can change very, very quickly. So that is something that we need to be aware of. Okay, let's go and have a look at the next one. And this is another one that is burning from Sky. So again, 5.9 billion. Obviously healing up. Okay, so we've got another one starting on Duke. Let's go and have a look at this one. And this is Duke here. Oh, again, clicked onto something else. So I think he was burning actually. Yeah, he's gone. He moved, so he jumped. So he was able to skip that rally. 1.9 billion that he still has. Okay, where else have we got? Let's continue having a look. Score details, let's have a look. 52,000 plays 36,000, plays 29,000, and then plays 8,600. Looks like they're going after Diesel now from PXU, and it looks like that was a success because Diesel is now zeroed. Not Diesel, Duke. Duke is zeroed. Obviously, they are all on the chat as well. So let's go and have a look at this one. This one is where they are going to now. It looks like they may be setting a rally on that. Sharing the tents, which is obviously very, very good as well. So what have we got? 38. They're sharing the tent. Yeah, so nothing going on at the moment. So I can still continue to have a look at the score details just while everything is going. So we've got 61,000, plays 40,000, plays 36,000. So PXU and Sky are having a big challenge. Barquette, though, is the one getting all the points there, really. And you can see Sky Vianney is on 12,900. And we've also got quite a few of the EDC that are quite strong as a group. So they're asking for some rain over here. Actually, that was not what I was looking for. So Camelot Gym, again, is that another zero? I think it is. I think that could be the third time that Camelot Gym has actually healed, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, do let me know in the comments, actually, if anyone is playing in this particular event, or you know of someone who's playing in this particular event. Let's go to this one. Is only a 27. There's no point. That's just going to be a 0 straight away. No problem at all for that one. The next one, they are going after... Oh, that was the 27. Yep, so nothing's changed in that. And nothing else going on in terms of that rally. Okay, so the next one, level 37, we've got Rod Saz, 3.1 billion. Looks like a rally could be being set on there very, very soon, if they are quick. Okay, doesn't look like they're going... Okay, so he's gone after the portal, which is taken, but I don't know if that's going to leave him open to being hit by a rally if it is set very, very quickly. They're going after Foxy, PXU Foxy, which is this one here. Detail on this is 8.2 billion, so they're going for someone quite big in terms of who they're going after. Let's just go and see. There's a lot of rain coming in there as well, reinforcements coming in. Detail 7.2 billion, so dropped about 1 billion, I think. So that is probably a battle that didn't go well. The score details, if you're just joining us, 73,000 from EDC, 60,000 from Sky, 53,000 from PXU, which is Phoenix, and King of Fighter KOF on 14,000, with Barquette, the top player for PXU, Vianney for Sky, and Kronos for EDC. Okay, let's go and have a look at some more things that are going on. Which is... That is level 37, but he's already moved, so he's gone. Rain Vianney with ground, Cav Arch. So this is Vianney. I'm imagining Vianney is going to be getting hit at some point. And detail, 12.8 billion. So it looks like that wasn't a success, depending on whoever hit that person. One of the things I'd love to do, you may notice on my screen here that I've got spectator. And the unfortunate thing with spectator is I can't see any battle reports or anything like that, so it's a shame, because it would be lovely to see exactly what some of these battles were doing. Okay, trying to jump onto that. Rod Saz there. Are you waiting for a rally? Seems like a bit strange, that one, so I don't know if they're going to be jumping onto that. And this is simple. The detail on that is 555 million, so not much going on in relation to that. Okay, they need to set some more rallies. This is going to be a really tough battle, actually, in terms of score. Although Sky, well done to Sky, they're now on 86,000 and are actually challenging for first place, so that is pretty impressive from Sky Invaders, especially when you consider E-Spirit have got 244s. Okay, they're now going after... Looks like they're going... Nope, that one's not happening. this one, let's have a look. That one's already a burn, so that's the one they just did. And if we go over to here, looks like they're getting these rallies out nice and quick, that's for sure. And they are definitely doing well as a team. That's what it looks like here. There is a good team ethic going on from Sky. Okay, 3 hits on me now, and we are in first. Chaos has been hit 3 times. So, yes, you are in first, which is an incredible achievement, because I will be honest, that is not what I was saying. Okay, so I started another one now. This is for archers. Don't know if I'm going to get there in time. I am. Ah, I missed it. All because of that chat. Gets in my way. 11 billion. Okay, so they didn't do too much in terms of obviously attacking that. I'm just going to shout out in the chat, how is the sound, how is the volume in terms of me speaking? Are you able to hear me properly? Are you able, should I say, to hear me well as well? Is it a good sound recording? I'm using a decent microphone, so I'd expect it to be. Let's go back to the next rally, which it looks like was Camelot Gym. That was for reinforcements. Is there a reward if we provide the game ID number? Yes, there is. Very, very good point. I'm really glad you said that, Wind. There is, definitely. Although, I'm just going to be honest. I think the rewards for watching a live stream that is big and done like this, my honest opinion, I think the rewards are terrible. I really do. It's like 1 resource box and a 24-hour speed up. But obviously you get some gems, which is pretty decent. But yeah, absolutely. Leave your ID. I will pass that on to Evany, and that will be passed on, obviously, to you. They're going after level 36 Haroon. Let's jump over there to Haroon. It looks like they haven't got anything going on. Probably already 0, so this just looks like a last one, to be perfectly honest. Let's go and have a look at what the damage was. Not much at all, but that was expected. Let's go back to the scores while we're waiting. We've got 109,000 players, 110,000. EDC versus Sky. PXU in third place, 76,000. Got some catching up to do. King of Fighter, looks like they've had some people turn up, because now they are on 43k and gaining all the time. So KOF are certainly back in this, and this actually could be quite a tight battle between all 4. Let's have a look at the battlefield map and see how many people have turned up. PXU have got 19, KOF have got 18, Sky 17, EDC still 7 people need to turn up for them. But obviously now all of KOF are here, and that is going to be a big thing for them. No, don't want to quit. That's not what I want to do. Okay, let's have a look. King Zad. Who is King Zad? No, that rally's already gone. Can't click on that. If you're just joining the chat, welcome. The scores show you very quickly. You can see that there is a big battle going on between EDC and... Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Do it, mate. Absolutely. I'll share both. It's not a problem. So, yeah. So, we've got Sky and EDC literally battling it out. And I don't know if there's going to be a late comeback from KOF now that they've actually got all their people turned up. Just going to jump onto Purge Sib. Let's have a look at the details there. 1.8 billion. So, no, they're going after Corbius. Where's Corbius? This time I hope I click on it. Again, it's that stupid. 12.5 billion. They're definitely determined to go after this big person, that's for sure. 12.5 billion. Just going to see what that looks like after the rally. 10.6, so nearly 2 billion that they knocked down. No problem at all, mate. No problem at all. We've got Ace in the chat room. Do let me know where you are and what you are in terms of your alliance and yourself. What kind of power are you? And what kind of account are you? A trap account, defense account, attack account? Let me know in the chat. Okay. So, let's go back. Who they're going after now? Camelot Jim, he's been reinforced because he's been attacked a few times. He has. And if I'm not mistaken, he's healed, I think, 3 times. I think. So there's a lot of speed ups being used in this. So Chris, let's go straight over there. Look at this. Oh my god, I can't even get there in time. Can't even get there in time. Although it did look like whoever it was they were going after moved. So that was Corbius. And I just literally, what I'm going to do actually, I'll try and show you how quick these people are joining in terms of this. Thank you, Laura. Strategy. Is that the type of account you're going after? Personally, just so if you've never seen my channel before, I'm a K39. Still quite a bit away from K40. Haven't actually made it to there. It's just too much in the way of resources. KOF, that's another person hit. Let's go. Oh, I wanted to really show that then. So if I go over to here, look at that. 7 people, 8 people already joined in prep to attack this 11.3 billion. And the speed in which they're doing that and the speed in which the rally is set is so impressive. It really is. Because I'm almost struggling to get there in time to see this. So that looked like, let's have a look at what the damage was there. 434 million. That is one hell of a hit. I would love to see. Thank you very much, Laura. That's a very nice bonus there. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, what I was saying was that was genuinely a report I wish I could see. They've already healed, but they were zeroed from that. So that is incredible. I'm just going to go back to the score details and see exactly what has happened. 147,000 from Sky now. Sky are 20,000 ahead. And I told you about KOF as what they were going to be doing. KOF, King of Fighter. You can see now they were literally propping up the scores at the beginning. But now all their people have turned up. And now actually they're becoming a bit of a player. And actually between all 4 of these scores, they're actually quite close. This is one of those where it is a decent event. It really is. Just going to click this one. Thanos. Is Thanos... I really hate how close that chat is to the detail button. Yeah, Thanos has got nothing. Started an alliance. We've got another one on Asura. Oh, God, it goes so quick. You can't literally make... Like, if I pause or I click a wrong button... I genuinely don't get in there. I wish you were sharing the battle reports of what was actually going on. But not to worry. This is a shared battle report in terms of something that they can go after. Let's have a look if anything is going on, which it isn't. We've got a 35 over there, which I'm sure someone's going to zero very, very quickly. 1.8 billion. I would imagine one of the big guys has gone after that. And that is another 0. So some more nice, easy points. We've got a Legion Sand. So this is, again, another fast one. This time, no, they moved. So wouldn't have been able to do anything in that particular battle. Okay. Battle report. No, let's have a look at the scores again, because these scores are going to change quickly. I've got a feeling. 153,000 plays 136,000 plays 102. No, sorry, plays 117. Plays 102. And Barquette doing very well. 61,000. Vianney on 41,000. Mr. D's on 34,000. So you can see 2 from the alliance that I am the spectator of, Sky, are in the top 3. And that's certainly going to help when it comes to doing this. Okay. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Just trying to click on this. No, there's nothing going on there. Although I will have a look at their detail. 8.2 billion. So no, they're going after... No, not Sir Chris. They're not going after Sir Chris. I'm just waiting for the rallies to join up. We've got 10 in the room. Seriously, welcome to the channel. Empire Build Academy. I basically love Evany, but I love all kinds of mobile strategy games. I'm actually looking at playing some new ones. Simp has been zeroed there. We can see in the background. We've got... What we've got... No rallies going on. It's gone a little bit quiet the last minute, which is unusual for this particular battle. Again, if you've just walked through the door, that is the scores. And you can see it's very, very, very tight when we are only 25 minutes into what is the battle. Legion Saint, that alliance war has already finished, so I'm imagining that person jumped. Just going to keep it on the alliance chat. There we go. So we've got Frey the God. Let's go over to Frey the God. Let's go and have a look. I missed it again. 6.7 billion. Rally being set on this person. There's some reinforcements that are being sent from KOF. And here comes the rally. And that rally, let's see how decent that was. 5 billion. So actually, Frey the God, for considering what I've been seeing in some of these battles, either A, healed very, very quickly, or B, didn't actually do too bad in that rally at all. And it looks like there was quite a few that definitely reinforced him. So that is definitely going to have helped. But like I say, not bad at all. And in fact, actually, let's go and have a look at what that did to the score. KOF on 112. They're actually catching PXU up, although Sky and EDC do seem to be pulling away a little bit now that we're 30 minutes into the battle. And obviously we get to that stage where there will be people that won't be healing so much because they won't be able to. That was Frey the God. He's already moved. 3.4 billion. Yeah, we're going to get to that stage where people will not be healing. So obviously it will start to really take a hold as to who is going to be the best in this particular battle. Legion Saint looks like they were hit. Let's go and have a look. 8.4 billion. So it looks like they're okay. Looks like KOF have got a lot of burning going on, but they definitely will be in this battle come the later time, especially if they are someone with plenty of healers. In terms of the battlefield, we are still only 13 members from EDC, 21 from PXU, so there's another 4 for them to turn up, and Sky have 18. So there's still a little bit of interest, especially if EDC and the 12 members that haven't turned up definitely come into the game and make this far more interesting. Let's go back to the battles. Camelot Jim, he is definitely someone who is being targeted. He is definitely someone who's obviously got quite a lot of speed ups in terms of heal speed ups, because like I say, he is always on the end of some kind of rally. In fact, actually, let's have a look where Camelot Jim is in the scores, because like I say, he's been in this for quite a while now. Camelot Jim, 14,000. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. 14,000. Definitely a couple of heals, that's for sure. But it just always seems like he's on the end of a rally. And whenever I check him, he's already healed and got his full power. You can see the reinforcements there that were leaving that straight away. Okay, let's continue. Shared coordinates. Who are we going after? Sir Chris, that's a battle that's ended. There's Frey the God. Let's go and have a look at Frey the God. Are they going to consider going after this person? 3.5 billion. There will definitely be some points there available to hit. Just waiting to see if anything is going to happen. And Frey the God, the battle is coming in. 3.5 billion. Let's have a check on the damage that is going to be done on this. I didn't see many reinforcements go in, but that could have been that I missed them. So 3.5 billion. Are we going to see flames? Too late with your reinforcement if you're going for that. And let's have a look now at that. 945 million. It was a good attack. And again, they're going to reinforce after the battle, which is not really the way you're supposed to be doing this. You need to do it before the battle, not after. Okay, lots of tents being shared as well, so there will be lots of people healing from that respect. Mr. D's, is he being backed up? Is he being reinforced? 16 billion. Okay, level 43. Can't see many people being ready to take him on at this stage. That's normally the later one when you're trying to chase points. Score detail, let's go back into it. Score detail, 178 for EDC, 149 for PXU, 208 and 30,000 ahead Sky Invaders. King of Fighter, 126. Now the 208 playing 178 could be a battle later on, because EDC have 12 members that haven't yet turned up to this battle, although Sky have a few themselves. I think it was 6. Okay, they're going after another one, and it's going after Chris. They're going after it with Cav. Jump onto that, click on the detail, 1.1 billion, not much in there, but every point adds up. So let's see what happens there. 1.1 billion, we are predicting zeroed, although, yeah, I was going to say, it's predicting zeroed. I clicked on it, it hadn't updated quick enough in respect to that. Okay, so if any of you are out there and you have played the Battle of Chalons, how well did you do? How well did you do as an alliance? We did terrible, but we did terrible for a reason. We are actually in the middle of helping out another server sorry, not another server, another alliance in the server gain some rewards from different things. So we didn't actually have our team together. So there was literally about 5 or 6 of us left. And yeah, that was we got past a few rounds in terms of finishing second and things like that. But yeah, there was never going to be anything major in terms of us doing very well in the tournament, to be perfectly honest. Okay, I lost that trade. Need more rain next time. That was very quickly put there. It looks like Vianney wants some reinforcements. Who's this person? Jexy. Jexy's already been zeroed, so we don't need to worry about Jexy. Okay. This is probably where we will start to see it calm down a little bit. And I say that because I mentioned earlier the people with centre photo. The people with the that are getting hit in the rally are going to be obviously making a decision on whether it's worth healing, and there's going to be a lot of people that just can't heal. They just don't have enough, so they will be no longer rallied, if that makes sense. Just having a look at this photo that is sent. Any battles going on? Simp is 0. There's a lot of burning castles, that's for sure. Lot of burning castles. Okay. Where else? I'm just making sure we've seen everything. So another person's turned up from EDC. KOF on 20, PXU on 21. So quite a few turned up from PXU. It's just that, unfortunately, it looks like they are not strong today in relation to this. Now, I am just going to disappear from my computer for literally no less than 30 seconds. I will still leave it on the Alliance, so let's actually jump back to where they are, and I will just leave it there on Sky so that you can see the kind of things that are going on. Just need to go and grab a quick bottle of water. I will be literally back in 30 seconds. Okay, that was just a quick 30 seconds. I need to go and grab some water. Talking for 2 hours is one of the hardest things, honestly. My throat literally gets so dry, especially as I've got the fan on in the background, which is probably not helping, to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's go and have a look at the scores and see exactly what is happening. Score detail, they're pulling away Sky now. 252,000. Very, very impressive. 196,000, 166,000, 148,000. So it looks like we're getting a little bit of settlement into where people are going to finish. It looks like Sky are definitely doing the strongest, and EDC, who were the early pace setters, are now struggling, and they are no longer looking like they're going to win this. It really does look like Sky have pulled away, and you know, you've got to also feel for Barquette. 99,000 in first place, PXU, but PXU are in third, so it looks like that is almost a one-man band over there. Okay, let's go and have a look at seeing if there's any more rallies going on. The extra guy, let's go and jump onto him. I think that must have been a change because that wasn't... Oh, no, I see. Ignore me. Where are we now? Yeah, it was the extra guy. I don't know what happened then. Okay. Ignore me. Getting a bit confused. So we're just waiting. So we've got another one going on now. Nope, that is already ended. That must have been just literally a straightforward solo hit. But using the rally to be able to do that. Some more tents have been sent for the different members to go and heal. Anyone else joined? I don't think they have. 14, 21, 18, 20. It pretty much was what it was at the beginning. Score detail. Congratulations to Barquette. First person that hit the 100k mark. Incredible individual performance there. And just checking out the other ones. Let's go and have a look at people further down. So let's go and see. If you're looking for someone in particular, then hopefully as I'm scrolling down slowly, you can potentially see them in the scores. So just jumping down. Hoping as well that the sound qualities are okay and there's no issues with that. So we can see that this is where we're getting down to the people that have probably only been rallied once and they have decided not to heal because it wouldn't have been worth it in terms of scores and also using speed ups. Not everyone can afford the speed ups, so that can be that. 73, so I'm assuming Luna Ottonal has only just joined. Let's scroll right back up to the first place. And there we are with Barquette. And let's go and see if there's any rallies being set. Nothing at the moment, although there... Oh, here we go. We've got Simp being hit again. No, we're not. That one's also gone as well. Okay. There we go. Rod. Rod, where are you, Rod? Jump onto you. 3 billion is the power. And let's have a look at this one. This one's probably going to be a 0, I would have thought. And we can jump onto that. I think they've moved. They have moved. And my game has not updated. So I'm not sure if that rally was successful or not, to be perfectly honest. Got an hour and 22 minutes left on the battle. Not sure if there's going to be any difference in terms of who's facing who, with 4th being KOF, 3rd being PXU, 2nd being EDC, who are the early pace setters, and then Sky in 3rd place. Okay, so no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm clicking on wrong buttons again. Score detail, yeah, we've just done that. I'm getting confused myself now as to what. Oh, that's what I wanted to click on. EDC have another person who has turned up, although no one else has. Although EDC are in a spot above there because they've got no teleports either. Same as PXU. They both don't have any teleports, so they are now sitting ducks for rallies. Unless they can get any very, very quickly. So there could be some action between both of them. Just going to come off this now because obviously this could be a prime time for these rallies to be happening now. 11 people in the chat, welcome. Okay, scout report. Let's go and have a look at this. 1.3 billion troops. That is a lot of troops. How much in the terms of T1? 916 million T1 mounted. So there's a lot of mounted in there. I'm just going to jump right back to the top. And let's go and have a look at this. This is barred and a box. And the detail on that is 6 billion. And we know that that is a lot of the T1 troops that they have, because there's definitely a lot that they have in there. That looked like Kronos was hit then. It looked like. Let's go and have a look. Detail. 22.1 billion is a big strong god. I am only 2.8 billion. I feel so weak and small compared to some of these people that was jumped out of the way in time of that particular hit. And again, still nothing changing. Although Barquette 114,000, it must be quite hard to, you know, be scoring of that that big a score, and obviously not being anywhere in reference to finishing in the top 2. Obviously needs some stronger members in his or hers alliance. Okay, just jumping back. Legion Saint, that rally's already gone. A lot of these rallies are either A, not happening, or B, the person is jumping too quick. So there's definitely something in relation to those particular ones. 13 people in the stream, so welcome to you all. I will just give you a quick glance at the scores. EDC 221,000, PXU 198,000, Sky 284,000, and King of Fighter KOF 171. I am a spectator on the Sky side of things, and you can see Sky are doing very comfortable, and that will be because there's 150k points between Mr. D's and Vianney. Going back to this, just having a look if there's any more rallies being set. Nothing being set at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't see any of the battle reports because that is something I can't see as a spectator, which is what I am. Let's go back to, just bear with me, is this another rally? And this one was on Asura, but Asura is burning 11.8 billion. So they must have literally healed straight away, or it hasn't updated. 10.7 billion. A lot of speed ups used in this. I'd love to know how much Evany make on events like this just from heal speed ups alone. The amount of heal speed ups that some of the big people or some of the mid-range people spend is absolutely crazy. It really, really is. Okay, so let's have a look back in here. Nothing going on. That war stopped. Okay, so we've got one going on against Corbius. Again, I have to be so quick in joining these things. 2.1 billion for Corbius. And I would imagine that is going to be a zeroed attack. Let's have a look and see exactly what is going on in there. 1.1 billion. I don't think it's updated. Let's try that again. Maybe it was. I don't know. I think when they're that small, that you would expect them to be zero. But they could have people out on ghosting, which obviously could be a thing that Corbus is doing. Let's have a look at the scores. 305, they're over the 300k mark now, Sky Invaders. And to be honest, EDC, I mentioned the fact that they had no ports, and you can now see actually EDC, PXU, KOF, they're almost battling now for second, third and fourth between them. That's becoming quite a tight battle with only 30k between them. That is one of those where it's going to be one of those events now that's going to tempt these people in second, third and fourth to do some healing and trying to get more points, because you're sort of on that edge of, oh, hang on a minute, I can finish second, oh, hang on a minute, there's something we can achieve here. So it's always one of the worst positions, you know. So sometimes I either like to be first place, run away with it, you know what's going on, or you've completely been eliminated and you know there's no more you can do. But certainly when it's a battle like that, that's where you are tempted to use a lot of heal speed ups to help out your team, which is rightly so. Let's go back to this. Shared coordinates for level 39. Are they healing again? Let's have a look. 3 billion. They have healed. And we've got Camelot Jim. Camelot Jim loves to get involved in rallies. So it looked like another rally was going straight in on him there. Let's have a look at the lower people in the score lines. So we can see, let's have a look at some of the lower people. And if you are looking for someone in particular, you can also have a quick glance to find them. Just go down here, nice and easy. Just need to check something on there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so yeah, have a quick glance at this, and then I'm just going to then mute the microphone while I go and drink some water to soothe my throat, which genuinely is hurting a lot. 75 people have joined. Might as well have a look at how many people in total. 16, 21, 18, 21. So Sky with only 18 people have done very, very well. Okay, I will be back very, very soon. I'm just going to put my microphone on mute. That's good. Okay, so I am back, and I will quickly go straight into the score lines and see what's going on there. We have, what do we have? We have 328,000 Sky Invaders pulled away, but the next three scores are the interesting ones. EDC on 240, PXU on 233, KOF on 231. There is literally 7,000, although there's a little jump there from EDC. 14,000 now plays in between all four, so that is pretty close battle indeed between them. Having a look at the score detail, Barcat 144,000. That's an incredible score on your own, obviously with teammates helping, of course. And Mr. D's and Vianney in second and third for Sky. We've got Uncle Chen in fourth place. And continuing down, we can see the other people that have also contributed to this as well. If you are just joining, it was early pace setting from EDC, although as you can see now, Sky have literally taken over the leaderboard and ran away with it. That is who I am actually viewing. I am there as a spectator, as you can see from up here what it says. So unfortunately I can't see any battle reports, but what I can see is the people being attacked, and I can also of course see when rallies are being done. So this is 1.2 billion. Someone's hitting that solo, probably Vianney, or yep, zeroed. Let's go and have a look at that. Not updated straight away. 1.1 billion, and they are zeroed, although it looks like they're ghosting with some troops there as well. Okay, anyone in the chat want to give a shout out? anyone in the chat looking forward to being involved in any of these events in the future? Okay, apologies for that. I was away for a little while there, just going sorting a few things out. I'm actually at work, so you may hear some sounds in the background with the printer and things like that. Let's jump straight back into the Evany game and see the score detail update. So we have Esprit de Corps, EDC, 286,364 from server 1663. They are currently in second place. PXU, Phoenix Unchained, couldn't read that then. Server 1731, they are on 254,051. Sky Invaders, server 1787, that is who I am spectating, 346,647. King of Fighter, KOF, Server 1839, one of the newer servers in this battle, 239,045. Obviously, there's a little bit of a battle going on for second, third, and fourth, although EDC creeping slowly back up towards Sky's total of 347,000. In terms of the live scores individual, Barquette 160,000, Mr. D's 97,000, Vianney 87, Uncle Chen 78, and Asura make up the top 5. And then I will just literally scroll down very quickly down to the top 50, and if there's anyone in particular that you are looking at or looking for, then of course you will be able to see that in there. So that is the top 50. Hopefully I didn't go too quick for you in terms of seeing that. Let's have a look at some rallies that are potentially going on. I would imagine that one's finished. Yes, it is. I always do that. Let's go back to Foxy. Let's have a look at the detail. 2.2 billion. There is some scouting going on, so I'm imagining this is going to be first come first served to try and zero this person. It doesn't look like it's going to be us. 2.2 billion. And still 2.2 billion. Maybe it was some reinforcements that were coming. Nothing happened at the moment. Okay, so we will continue going on. There's an hour left on the battle, and you can see the area over here. You can see in terms of ports, EDC and now Sky have none, so they are potentially sitting ducks for rallies. PXU have 22 of their members turned up, KOF to 21, Sky 19, EDC 16. So there's still some definite changes that can be happening in this particular battle, just because that is... Oh, I see why that sends me there now. I'm thinking I'm clicking on that button, it's going to send me back to where the rest of the group are, but that's not the case, and obviously I can't go anywhere. So that's my area. I've got to stop clicking that button. I now understand. Right, let's go and have a look at the battle going on here. It looked like someone jumped, so that was no good. What are we doing? Where are we at? I'm just making sure actually that everything is good. Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, the scoreline, are they catching up? Still 60,000 behind. So I can't imagine they would. And in fact, we're starting to get now, with an hour to go, a lot more of the people are, a lot more of the alliances now, the 4 alliances are starting to settle down into their position. Sky first place, EDC second, PXU third, KOF fourth. But as I said, one of the interesting things in this particular one, am I right to only heal my range march? Incidentally, what power are you? 596 million. Okay. So yeah, in terms of battling these people, 4 people are in this one. For Asura, I'm assuming Asura jumped 13.4 billion. So there's definitely some points to be got there. And there's Corbus with his flames. He is currently zeroed. And as we said, Asura is doing okay. There's no issues for them. We've got Diesel. No, we haven't. Diesel has already gone 13 seconds. That must have been a solo attack using rally buffs. Asura is enjoying jumping. Should we have a look at who's got what in terms of ports? EDC now have an extra 3. Sky, I don't know how they managed to go to 0. It was like literally... Or maybe it was them in the first place. Maybe I was reading it wrong. Maybe that is possibly what I was doing. Maybe it was Sky all along that didn't have ports. So EDC and Sky are still very much sitting ducks in terms of a rally being set against their relevant members. Just going to jump in actually and have a look at how that is going on. And we can see some burning flames here. We can also see EDC and Sky literally right next to each other. These two are having a bit of a battle, although I don't think... With EDC, they've obviously got a couple of 44s I thought they had. I'm sure there's another 44 involved as well. Yeah, there is. Ari and Kronos. So, and plenty of 40s as well. I would have said on paper that I would have thought these were going to be the stronger alliance. So, that is something that has shocked me, to be honest. I really did. If I'd have been a betting man, and obviously you can bet on Chalons, then I would have bet on EDC beating Sky. But the score details are saying that's not the case. EDC are now 40k clear of nearly 50k clear of KOF in last. EDC are also 33k clear of PXU, but they are 66,000 behind Sky, so they're not really catching them up. KOF have got a bit of work if they want to catch PXU, and Barquet is the standout individual person, 169,000, which is incredible for an individual score. Got any more rallies going on? No, but people are talking. Yes, we do actually. Asura again, 13.3 billion. Every time I click on Asura, they've got 13.3 billion. Let's see. She always jumps. He, she, them, they are always jumping. So that is why they are still 13.3 billion. How many ports have KOF got? That's the question. And let's go and have a look. KOF have 34 out of 40. Everyone's got their ports back now. Everyone. 40 out of 40 for everyone. So that means now that people are okay. Asura. This person refuses to be hit. Don't think... In fact, actually, Asura, if they got a score, maybe they are just literally joining all rallies and jumping all the time. Asura, yeah, 62,000, done very well in terms of the score that they have. So, yes, they are very good at jumping and not getting hit, I would say, to this. Okay, I am going to leave it on score detail, and I will be back in 30 seconds. Okay, so back with you and just checking out the scores. There's not much change, to be honest, although KOF are playing a little bit of catch up on PXU. Let's go and have a look at some rallies. Camelot Gym has done okay in this particular battle. Who's this person? There's a rally going on. Let's go and check it out. Frick. 1.7 billion. This looks like it could be a zero. Let's have a look. 1.7 billion is now 2.1. They must have healed straight away. whatever happened in that attack, which I'm sure was a 0, has been already healed. Just making sure that there's no more little secrets in there. Yeah, 2.1 billion. Battlefield map, has anyone else turned up? 16, 23, 19, 21. So EDC still have a potential of another 9 people turning up with 54 minutes to go. And PXU with 23, Sky with 19, KOF with 21. A few of those teleports are being used. Let's go back into the battle. Score detail, again, not much has changed in terms of who's doing what. And what we got here, battle report, no. And that alliance war has ended. 53 minutes to go. Has anyone got any predictions on who's going to finish in what position? Is it finishing the way we already are? So, is this the way that it's going to finish, the way it currently stands? And my answer is, it probably is. These are in first place. I just like drawing on the screen, so I'll put these in first, these in second, and you can see my dodgy matrix drawing is not very good. I won't ever do that again. Okay, so Barcat 174,000. They are definitely finishing in first place. They have got an incredible score, and they are going to get some decent rewards from that. Although I actually haven't checked what kind of rewards you get from this. Just want to have a look. So we've got total ranking rewards, and then we've got round rewards. So these are the reward previews. Total ranking rewards. So this is for first place in Major League, and they are getting some decent stuff here, aren't they? Getting an epic avatar frame. Getting an Alliance Glory Castle. Some definite decent rewards there. 1.4 billion in the resources. Elite League. That is what you would be getting if you was finishing in there. Junior League. This is what you would be getting if you was finishing in the Junior League. And then for the round rewards, was this the same? Yep, here we go. So top position will get these rewards here. Which, to be honest, I don't know. For something that's quite a major event, I don't know if these rewards are spectacular or not, to be honest. I think they're okay. But I wouldn't be going out of my way to spend a ridiculous amount of money chasing it, that's for sure. Then we've got the top one, and you can see the position places for that going all the way down. And then we've got different ones for top 2, top 3, top 4. Okay. No, that's not what I want to do. Score detail, that's what I want to do. Especially if you are jumping onto the stream, jumping onto the different streams and seeing who is positioned where. This is where people are in this particular battle. In terms of what we got started on Alliance War, that one is gone. And the extra guy cap, let's go and have a look at this guy. He's zeroed, so there's no need to worry about him. That might have literally been one of those speed ones that has got that. Okay, so we are back now. I'm a spectator. If you're joining late, wind, no problem at all. I will definitely pass that on. And if you want to throw in that other one you was mentioning as well, I'll do that as well. So, yeah, let's go and check the scores out first before I do anything else. So, Sky Invaders 395 from server 1787, 395,000 is their score. We've got PXU from server 1731. They are on 298,000. We've got EDC in second place, server 1663, 322,000. We've got server 1839, which is on 282,000. Barquette is running away with it, nearly double what second place has got. So that's an incredible solo performance from Barquette, and one of the reasons that PXU are doing as well as they are. In second place, we've got Mr. D's from Sky, which is the alliance that I am the spectator of. Uncle Chen, KOF, third, 98,000. Vianney is in fourth from Sky, 95,000. KOF, Asura, 65. Kronos on 62. Ari on 56. Camelot Jim, who's been healing quite a bit, I think, is on 42,000. Ozark Farmer, 39,000, and then finishing up in the top 10, Chaos on 36,000. So that is the current scores. In terms of who's turned up, EDC will be disappointed. 9 of their people have not turned up. PXU, almost a full house, only 2 didn't. Sky on 20, KOF on 21. You can also see the situation with the ports there as well. And then what we're going to do is go and then jump over, looking at some of these as well. And that was Mr. Ermal. Looks like many people were going in for the kill there. And someone got there first. We don't know which one. Oh, I can actually see a report. This is fresh. So this is a report from Vianney hitting Corbus, and let's have a look at their troop buffs, shall we? So there are the troop buffs going down, and debuff was not too bad really from Corbus, but yeah, an interesting chance and an opportunity to look at someone's battle report. It's the first one that has been shared the whole game, and we've been in here for an hour and 17 minutes, so if only people shared them more, and then we'd be able to see exactly what and how, who is doing what. It looks like that is a solo attack from Vianney. Blah, blah, blah. Anyone else in the chat or watching the stream, if you want to drop in your ID number, I'll pass that on to Evany for some very minimal rewards, but everything counts. 24-hour speed up and 1 resource box, along with a few other items as well. There's the second one from Wind. I can do that. So like I say, I'll definitely drop both of them across. We've got 10 people in here, so let's show you the scores very, very quickly. If you've only just joined, Sky 403, EDC in second 323, being caught slowly by PXU in third on 303, and King of Fighter KOF is on 289,000. We've got Barquette on 195,000 for the individual scores. Mr. D's 110, Uncle Chen makes the top 3 on 102. I will slowly go down the top 70 odd people in the battle, so you can have a look for anyone that you may be looking for in particular, especially if you are following someone in this battle. So we will continue going down. This is nearly the top 50. And we now go down to those that are probably no longer playing in this particular battle, because I would imagine these people were zeroed very early on and didn't have no ability to heal for whatever reason. Okay, let's go into the score detail. I know I've just been into there. I just wanted to check the top. and it's not really looking like any of these positions are going to change. How long have we got left on there? 41 minutes. Is anyone being attacked? No, they aren't. We've got another defence report here. All of a sudden people are sharing. So this is Barquette, who's 25.1 billion, so you can certainly understand why they are top. It was a solo attack, and from a troop buff, 3,900. Look at the siege, 5192. So that is incredible here if you check out those stats there. And continuing down, you can see some decent debuff stats as well, which were pretty impressive, really. 2,492. Let me just do that again. 2,492 on the siege. So that was quite a good, strong battle both ways there. It really was. Let's go back to this. Asura is being shared again. They are 12.8 billion, but they look like a very good hopper. They are always jumping, so I don't know if anyone's actually caught them. I just want to see if that changed anything on the scores. No, it hasn't. PXU still trying hard to be involved with the race for second, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Barquette is going to finish in first place, but he looks like, as Barquette looks like, they will be finishing in third place unless there is some crazy goings on in the last 40 minutes or so. So 40 minutes to go. Let's have a look at how many ports people have got left. It looks like Sky have nearly used all of their ones up, so it won't be long before they are sitting ducks for rallies, which may interest PXU and EDC. And let's have a look. We've got a battle report one here, and this is one of the classic lower ones. We love to see these because these are what makes an alliance tick. And you can see here from the buffs, nowhere near the top people, but again, it's nice to see that there are two people that are able to battle each other with their levels. So that is cool. What have we got now going on? We have Lady Kicks, 963 million. There isn't much in there, if anything at all. Wing Power. This is going to be a solo hit if no one has done it. I reckon that person is already dead, or zeroed, should I say. Or unalived. I've heard that is a terminology that is being used instead of dead, is unalived. I think it was my wife who told me that. So that is the world we live in, so I have to be careful on what I say. I don't know what you're allowed to say on these things anymore. Okay. So that is the scores. I am going to be back in literally 5 minutes. I will leave it on the score detail so you can continue seeing the scores while I've gone. Okay, so we are now back. Let's go and have a look at these scores, which you can see on the screen at the moment. Just looking for the game. There we go. So that was the score details. Battlefield map. Everyone has ports, although Sky only have 5 left. And in terms of people turning up, EDC, 9 members haven't turned up for EDC. It would have been interesting to know where they would have finished if they would have been involved in this particular tournament. But it's not to worry. They are currently in 2nd place. PXU are in 3rd. KOF are actually catching PXU up, believe it or not. And if we come off this and have a look at some of these battle reports that are being shared, although none in reference to an actual battle. Let's go and have a look at Simp. Let's have a look at their power, 2.4 billion. So there's every potential that this person is going to be rallied. And Mr. D's has started that rally now. Let's see how quick people join the rally. Although, it's also got to be taken into consideration how quick the person moves. Yes, they have moved, although my screen is way behind in updating that. Let's go and have a look at this one. This is Diesel, 1.5 billion. There's a little bit in there for someone if they fancy going and taking that. Assura, this is what they've got, 225 million, including 72 million of the Siege. In fact, actually got quite a bit of Siege in there. Okay, let's go that. There's Assura right there, 1.3 billion. So they are nearly zeroed. Again, if you are watching, do drop your ID into the comments. I can pass this on to Ebony for some minimal rewards. Let's have a look at this battle report that has been shared, and this is a potential for someone to go. No, it's already gone. Just checking that. Yeah, it's definitely gone. Okay, so yeah, I couldn't see anything in relation to that. No one's must keep going, said Chaos, and they must indeed, because let's have a look at the scores now. Sky in 1st place, 424. EDC in 2nd, 358. KOF have now taken over 3rd place into 331, and then Barquette, who is part of PXU and has an incredible 212,000 individual, is unfortunately now in last place as an alliance. Let's have a look at the top 20 in the scores. So Barquette, Uncle Chen, Mr. D's, Vianney, Asura, Kronos, Ari, Camelot Jim, Ozark Farmer, Chaos, Legion Saints. And then we've got Timbra, Crixus, Razorback JG, Corbus, Sphima, Solids, and Jade and Frick, bringing up the top 20 there. And I'll just literally scroll down very quickly for the rest of the people that have been involved in this particular battle. I am a spectator. I'm a spectator as part of the Sky Alliance. That's what Ebony do when you are involved in these live streams. And if you are not going to be part of the battle, they will pick an alliance for you. Although I can request to be looking at a certain point. So if anyone is watching this or watching this back later on, and you are interested in me streaming you for the semi-finals or final, then please do leave a comment in here, and that is something I can do. Let's continue having a look at this. A lot of stuff being shared, and 262 million, so there's nothing going on in relation to that. Battlefield map again, let's have a look. There's still no latecomers, only 30 minutes to go now in the event, so if anyone does want to make a move, they're pretty much going to have to start doing it now. Let's have a look at this portal, 2.3 million. Let's jump straight over there and see if anyone is going to take this on. And while we wait for that, I notice a couple more people joining the stream, so I will just show you the current latest scores. Okay, I'm just going to pop off and get a drink of water. I will be back in literally 3 minutes. I will leave the scores up while I'm gone.
$50 and the total fees is $4.95, so it's 10%. So
Okay, back in with the stream. We have how long? Let's have a look at how long we have left on here. 23 minutes. Score detail. Sky 456,000 from server 1787. In second place is EDC from server 1663 with 381,000. KOF have now pulled away a little bit from 4th place. They are in 3rd from server 1839 with a score of 362,000. And then PXU in 4th place, but with the best player overall. They are from server 1731, 347,000, but 225,000 of that belongs to Barquette. For the individual scores, we've got Barquette on 226,000 in first. Uncle Chen, who's made a little bit of a late charge, 139,000 KOF in second. And then we have Sky Mr. D's 127, Vianney Sky also as well, 110,000. And then we've got Asura at 88,000. And then we can continue down, seeing who else is left in here. If anyone has been watching the other streams, how are they going? And also, is anyone actually following anyone in this particular battle? Is there anyone that you are keeping a close eye on? Do let me know in the comments. I've got a lot of IDs there from Wind, which I will pass on to Evany for some rewards. Very minimal, but they are, as they say, always add up. So if you want to receive those minimal rewards, then please do leave your ID in the live chats. Let's go down the rest of the people in this particular battle. All the way down to, how many we got? 82 in the end. And from the battlefield map, we can see that again, EDC, they've pretty much had 16 from start to finish. PXU nearly had a full house. They're on 24. Sky are on 21. KOF are on 21. And you can see from a teleport perspective, Sky only have 2 left. They have been doing a lot of jumping and using their ports quickly. And let's continue and see what is happening for any late battles. So this is Jexy. Looks like Jexy has already 1.5 billion. There's a little bit in there. Okay, so we are back. There is not long of this battle to go. In fact, 15 minutes is all we have left. Let's jump over and have a look at the scores. So, score detail, we have 541,000, so they are literally almost 120,000 ahead. Sky Invaders from server 1787, that is who I am the spectator of. In second place, we have EDC, 423,000 from server 1663. And then third place is KOF, King of Fighters, server 1839, 384,000. And then server 1731, PXU, Barquette individually has done brilliant for them in finishing in first place, but they are going to finish in fourth place, it seems, with 368,000. I noticed there's a couple of IDs in the chat, so thank you for that. I will share that with Evany. And the top 10, Barquette, PXU, Vianney, Sky, Uncle Chen, KOF, Mr. D's for Sky, Asura for KOF, Kronos EDC, Ari for EDC, Ozark Farmer EDC, so quite a few for the EDCs, and Sky Camelot Jim has done a lot of healing, and Sky Chaos as well. Clicking on the battlefield map and seeing how many turned up, PXU got a full house, 25 out of 25 turned up. Sky had 21, KOF had 21, EDC had 16. Let's see if we've got anything exciting from a battle report perspective. I don't know if there's been any recently shared. Let's have a look. So this was a Defences 1. This was from a 2.6 Asura facing off against B, 2.2 billion. And we can have a look at the troop buff on this particular battle. And there are the stats for you. So ground attacker 2951. And actually from a debuff perspective, not great. I've seen better, that's for sure, from the debuffs. So that is a defense report for you there, and we will get red sub-cities. That'll be incredible. So yeah, it's been a good battle. It's been very close. Early doors, it was actually EDC that had started the early pace setting, but it soon became quite apparent that Sky were going to be very strong. And it's funny actually, because with EDC, I don't know if I can see where there's an EDC around. Let's go and have a look. Not sure. That's KOF. That's not what I want. Yeah, EDC had a couple of 44s actually in their team, as well as quite a few over 40 as well. So I actually thought from the beginning that EDC were going to be the ones that won this battle, but actually Sky have won this battle very, very easily indeed. So fair play to them on their victory. Next week, obviously Saturday, Sunday, 2 till 4, both days, British time. I will be back here streaming the semi-final and the final. So if anyone does want me to potentially stream them for those battles, I'm not streaming anyone at the moment. At the moment, I'm just letting Evany themselves handpick an alliance for me. So if anyone wants me to stream their battle for the semi-final or the final, then please do leave a comment on this, and that is something I can look into doing. Let's have a look at what's going on in chat. Barquette with a wonderful, beautiful alliance castle that's a ship. So this guy definitely spends a little bit of money, shall we say. And that looks pretty impressive indeed. An alliance war started against Asura. And it looks like Asura has already jumped, so that won't be happening. That alliance war has already expired. Okay, so we are down to the final 10 minutes, which I'm sure many people will be happy of, as sometimes when you're playing in these 2-hour events, they can be quite long-winded, especially if you've been really involved in from a healing perspective, joining rallies. Obviously there are people and teams that do this on Discord as well, so there's a lot of involvement that goes on with this particular event. And just gonna jump into the score detail. Let's see if there's any random shocks right at the end, which there isn't, although Barquette is going to finish on 250,000 points, isn't he? Solo score. That is an incredible score, 247,000. Got to be mightily proud and impressed of that. You may notice in the chat there is some IDs there. The reason for that is because I can share these with Evany and they will provide some small rewards for being involved with the stream. If you'd like me to pass yours on, then just drop your ID into the chats. And like I say, we're just literally fighting down these last 7 minutes. There's not much going on, a few people trying to heal, but I think we're at that stage now where you'll probably find no one can really challenge anyone. It's probably not worth it in terms of doing too much from a healing perspective, and people will just be chasing the tents rather than actually manually healing with healing speed ups. So that is what's going on with that. Let's have a look at all the scores. I will just literally go down them nice and slowly so that you can see them, especially if you are looking for someone in particular. And that is the top 20 there for you. Let's go and see the next 10 as we head into the top 30, and then we can have a look at from 31st to 50th and see what positions are there. Frey the God, I've seen that earlier in terms, and Duke Pergem, they were targets of a rally that I noticed. And Sir Chris, I noticed that a few times as well. They must have just healed the once, I would imagine, from that. And continuing down until we get the final people here. And this brings us right to the end. 83 people have taken part. Let's go and click on the battlefield map again. No one else has joined late, although Sky do have 0 teleports that I can see from there. And these are the last of the scores. Let's just go and have a look if anything is happening in chats. And it doesn't look like it. In fact, it even looks like some people are now leaving. They kind of at the end now. People know exactly where they are finishing. So for the last couple of minutes, I'm just going to leave the score detail up while I go and grab a drink of water before I come back with the final scores for the Battle of Chalons promotion stage. Okay, let's jump right into this very, very quickly as we have a look at the final scores. There's only 2 minutes 24 seconds to go, and it is as you were. 579 is for Sky Invaders S1787. Server 1663 have got 487,000 EDC. Server 1839 King of Fighter 419,000. And in last place, but first in the individual scores, is PXU with server 1731 392,000. Let's shout out the top 10. Barquette 257,000 B key. So sorry for PXU. I can see J3640's dropped their ID in, so that will be passed on to Evany. Vianney, Sky 192. Uncle Chen has got 173,000 for KOF. Rally Me Please, they've obviously changed their name because they're trying to get a few points in. For streamers, it's based on how many gems they give for streamers. So if you're talking about how many do I get, it's actually not that great. But saying that, it's not that great either for the people watching it as well. But for people watching the stream, I think it was 50k gems. Not 100% sure. So let's continue with those. Yeah, Rally Me Please is in 4th place. Asura in 5th. Kronos 6th. 7th is Ari. 8th is Ozak Farmer. 9th is Camelot Jim. And then we have 10th. Unfortunately, I cannot pronounce that name as I'm unable to read it. And then we can continue down all the way for this as well. Are you streaming yourself? Or do you know someone who is streaming? Let's continue down those scores all the way to the bottom. In fact, actually, let me have a look. 30 seconds to go. So literally, this is the finished places. No one is catching anyone else up. The finish is going to be Sky in 1st, EDC 2nd, KOF 3rd, PXU 4th, although the top player from PX... Yeah, I've always said it's not very great, very good rewards, it really isn't. So that's the final 5 seconds of this particular battle to go, and that is where everyone is finishing off for this particular battle. So now it's on to the semi-finals for next Saturday, which will be British time 2 till 4. I will be in there doing that particular battle as well. Mike Buttons, as in Mike Buttons from me? Yeah, it was going for Sky, it really was. Do let me know actually if there was some Mike Buttons you're talking about from me, because that is something I obviously need to be aware of. So, yeah, so again, reading out those scores and continuing down, Sky played very well, and as I said, when you consider that EDC had, I think it was 2K44s in their team. I said before earlier in the stream that I fancied them to do well, but Sky done really well in how they've managed this game today. 591,000, they ended up actually winning very, very comfortably indeed. I'm just going to go down all the scores there, all the way down to the bottom. I won't do any shout-outs. I'll allow you to look for anyone you may be looking for in particular. What I will say for the semi-final and final next week, I actually haven't got anyone that I'm streaming. At the moment, I'm just streaming a random alliance that is given to me by Evany themselves. Oh, you have Robo Voice, man. I see what you're saying. You have to fix that. Robo Voice, man. Oh, in terms of the way I talk, you think it's very robotic? I don't know. I'm a little confused. Maybe that's exactly what you are trying to say. So yeah, continuing down all the way down and seeing the final positions there all the way until we get to the final one, which is 83rd place, and that is the end of these scores. So we will leave this particular battlefield. Thank you for all the people that have joined and got involved. Like I say, I will pass those IDs on, and as for this particular stream, that is where I'm going to leave it here. Like I say, if you are interested in me streaming the semi-final and final, then please do let me know in the comments, and that is something I can look at doing. So, like I say, thank you very much for joining on the stream, and I will see you all in another stream or another video very soon. Thanks for watching.